Saints. Will Lutz has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
To throw.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And out across midfield down to the 45. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. First carry for Josh Jacobs. Down to the 42, second down.
Josh Jacobs, the ball carrier.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? To throw his car. And he's taken down here by the Saints. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. There's Chris Olave. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Here's Dalton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense and more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making a punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Carr going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Facing some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter. Here's another good example.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Carr now to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And he is going to have a Raiders first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Carr's pass. Intercepted. Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Got to be careful here, Dalton. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Here comes the Saints punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. That's pulled in at the 32. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, still in the first half here, a long way to go.
So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
It's a gain of 32.
Carr now on first down. This is caught. Touchdown.
A pair of teammates at Fresno State connecting there. Derek Carr to Devontae Adams. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7.
The game at 7. Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara,
82 yards.
and the Saints have moved out in front.
Lots to try to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Carr. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr. And he's taken down here by the Saints. So now Carr and the Raiders does a 3rd and long after that sack. Now back to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And the Raider first down.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get downfield.
To throw again on second down. Carr. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And that will be incomplete as well. Fourth down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. Going to go on fourth down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down.
You got to know as a quarterback it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
First and 10 for Dalton. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And this one is incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there, but it's going to be second down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Kamara up the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Second down, Dalton. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
The Saints take over first and 10. Their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Dalton. The pass caught by Olave. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him think.
By that part?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then it curls back inside for the completion.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And the catch made by Johnson. Room here to run. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good yardage after the catch as that played good for 30 and a first. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
Trying the left side with Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Dalton. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Here we go with Kamara. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Again, it's Kamara. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Down to the 25. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nice job escaping the pocket. Boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
On 1st down, Carr. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Carr now on 1st down. The open man here, Renfro. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now Carr again. And he
takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Raiders 14. Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Saints take over 1st down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Jesus, second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call. In that situation, sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Raiders! Darren Waller with a touchdown grab for Derek Carr. And the Raiders strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Coming left is Kamara. He'll get this down to the 38.
Number 41, Alvin Kamara, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
2nd and 7. They run it again with Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 123 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 11.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down to move it closer. Now Dalton. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. The kick by Lutz is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Now Card. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
He's got it to the 43 here. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
It's now 2nd and 6.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Bond on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie. This flex know they ready. See, we went on the ride nobody with. We're the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it. That's how you know we lit. Grrr.
Trust, me taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog, pretty leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when we ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful the people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cuts in, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but we call me a star before me.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. To throw his Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Carr now on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Saints, nothing.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A give. This is Kamara. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And out of the air, Dalton. He completes it to Olave. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for 28 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. On the ground, this is Kamara. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Dalton now to pass. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Here you go, can.
So Dalton now. And that is incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
For the field goal, a 52-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives, and they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Every now and then, you have some volleyball training actually comes into play as a defender. When a ball is tipped in the air, nice play by the defense, got a hand on it, but when it's in the air, it's up for grabs. And too many times in this league, we've seen great plays happen for an offense as a result of a ball tipped in the air. So what you really want to do is be that guy who comes off the back line and spikes it, knocks it to the ground. Don't let him have that opportunity.
Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42. Now Carr.
Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Carr to throw again. And his pass incomplete.
Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for.
And that'll bring up second down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Carr.
And that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't hold it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Saints 3.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Jacobs, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Carr. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Dalton. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Dalton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's taken on the 25.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So 2nd and long, you got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Carr, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Carr going to throw, and the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Demario Davis in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Saints will have the football back.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. Now, at first down, they run with Kamara as he'll take it forward for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line.
On the ground, Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. They run. It's Kamara. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration.
4th and 10 at the 45. 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 4th and
A 10th carry for Kamara. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
That's good for a Saints.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
And he's got it down to the 28.
It's second and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Dalton up, play action. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Juwan Johnson, 28 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7.
The score is Saints 10. Raiders 7.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 2nd and 10, Carr. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Here's Carr. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, that one fell incomplete after being tipped in the air. But I have to tell you, I had a bad flashback of going to head to the stadium stairs in practice. Because what we were always taught, any ball like that, if it's not spiked towards the ground and you actually tip it up, then that's an error on your part. Because now you've given hope to the offense. Maybe he'll create a big play for them instead of going up and either intercepting it or knocking it down. I ran many a stadium step for my errors.
Now, Carr again. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, 4th and long here, late second quarter. I mean, Charles, you knew that was going to be a very tough play to convert. But now, not only do you not convert it, you give up a pick six the other way and give the other team all the momentum.
Man, I don't think we ever go into a game where both teams don't tell us that they plan to be aggressive in what they're doing on offense. But there's aggressive, and then there's reckless. And how about this one? In the first half of a close game, that backfired on them in a big way. Now I think they're in a position where they have to take a lot of risks in order to try and catch up.
Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Credit that good coverage to Paulson Adebo. Got a hand in and knocked it free.
And you you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot here before half for Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
Lutz with the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Dalton sets up play action. Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Dalton. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Here's Dalton. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st and 10 for Dalton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. To throw here, Dalton. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 23. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Carr. He hits Adams, complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Flush to his right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. They send Thomas out to the right by himself. Kamara is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. That's caught at the 3. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And Dalton will just sneak it. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller, 99 yards. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
The Saints take over first and 10.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fast together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, the guy who is on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning, and that's the way they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive in their pursuit.
Open man is Michael Thomas.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 3rd down from the gun, Dalton. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Michael Thomas. Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Back near his goal line. Here's Carr. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Carr now on 1st down.
Gets this to Waller.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Throwing his Carr. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 36. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
Not running. Dalton wants to throw. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He's got a man. Complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
So now Dalton.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal. Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put... And he's got it! Touchdown, Saints! Jarvis Landry, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And my goodness, another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans. I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover.